Stacking paper like old folks.
Alright, so the next step, and I apologize that I'm not getting all this on camera. It's very hard to do by myself, but that purple goop, the plumbing goop that you can get at like Lowe's or Home Depot, what I did was you put the fine tip on it, and you're just going to get down in there and squirt all around the edges, both in the front, and then you're going to flip it over, and you're going to do the back seam all the way around, okay? And then it does have a 24-hour set time, so you're going to leave it. What I did, I actually did this one first. I glued the back of it, put it upside down, let it set for a day, came back this morning, and did the inside of the headlight, okay? Now, once this stuff dries, or any kind of silicone, is very important because you definitely want your headlight to be completely airtight. Once this is done, the material that you use to adhese the projector and the headlight usually shrinks. So you'll have a lot of like bubble spots. You'll have a lot of spots that you thought had coverage that shrunk to nothing. So you definitely want to hit it with a second coat. Make sure that it's completely sealed. And then next step is prime and paint. Okay, first coat of primer is down. Now, there's a couple areas of imperfection, like right here where I didn't completely sand all the leftover caulking and whatnot. Now, with the Rust-Oleum automobile primer, the reason why you want to get that one is because it's wet sandable. So once this dries, I'm going to go back and hit it with 180 grit sander and really, really fine tune how the finish is going to look. And then the next step is just to paint it the color we want. Alright, so now I have my engine enamel, which is a higher heat tolerance paint. It is somewhat the same color as the pearl gray metallic that's on my Jetta. I kind of want the lights to be a little bit darker. So here goes the first coat. Wow, it actually came out pretty good. Okay, I'll do a first coat, then I'll continue the video. Okay, here's the first coat of the metallic gray that I chose for the inside of the headlights. And now they're starting to look as one unit. Like they don't look like they're fabricated, they look like they're OEM, like they're from the factory, which is pretty cool. So we'll do a couple more coats and then that's it. Okay, starting to come together. I completely finished the projector. Front and back's nice cleaned up. And all my wiring is done. I just have simple positive and negatives going to the red LEDs, positive and negatives going to the halos. And then I just kind of tuck them behind this brace right here and put extensions on them. And the extensions are going to lead to out of the headlight, obviously, where I'm going to put quick connectors on to be able to hook and unhook them up pretty easily. Then what I did was, here's the back of the headlight housing. Whereas normally you would have an opening right here, I had to cut this whole section out, as you can see, from here to here. This whole section I had to cut out to be able to fit the projector. And then the whole projector assembly just fits right into there. Alright, bam. So now I apologize for not going more into depth and skipping a ton of steps, but like any other custom project, this had a couple unforeseen problems that I'll get into in a couple seconds. But for right now, once you take your light and you trim out the back of the bucket and you reassemble the light into the bucket, and then you get your brand new headlight lenses, because you don't want to put your old ones on there, and you reassemble the inner deck lid that I wrapped in camo to the actual lens, all you're pretty much going to do is go out and get some of this. This is called Permatex Ultra Black. This is the best stuff you can use. It's $15.99. One of these cans will be all you need for your Projector Retrofit. It's got this easy spray nozzle. You just press this down and the silicone comes out. And then what you're going to do is you take your black housing, okay? You don't have to scrub the rest of this away because it's impossible, okay? make sure it's cleaned up. Take a razor and get out any large clumps of your old silicone from the factory. And then what you want to do is just take this and squirt all the way around the edges. Take your lens, put it on top. I turned mine over, put it on a clean rag, and pressed down with all my body weight. As you can see, the seam still has about 1/8 of an inch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till it dries, then I'm going to go back with my finger, and I'm just going to go over and make sure I have all the little holes and air pockets filled. But for right now, this is what they look like. I couldn't be happier. I ran into an issue with the halo hitting this glass, so I had to trim the inside, and it was just a fucking nightmare. Anybody else using smaller projectors, like these are the largest projectors in the world, the LS460s, they're 3.5 inches in diameter. Anybody else using smaller projectors like the Morimotos, the ready-to-go ones, you won't have that kind of an issue. But yeah, that's it. So I'm going to post up another video just showing how the lights go and you know, all wired up and whatnot, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Many more MK4 Jetta vids coming, and I'll see you guys later.
So it's official, the silent line and initial. No matter what you get done, they always try and dismiss you. It ain't an issue I ever care to attend to. I'm out of your fucking league, so I don't need to convince you what's up.